maybe, just maybe, we don't have it so bad after all. Hey, it's Chris the Batman Statue Collector. Welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. I'm just in the Bat Cave today enjoying my iced caffeinated beverage. Hope you're having a great day. Cheers to you. And I've had a couple of conversations recently that show me some encouragement in terms of this crazy hobby that we love. We've talked a lot lately about the tariff situation, right? And the fact that, statues are being withheld from being shipped right now, pricing, shipping, just all of the negative that we hit on. But I've had a couple of experiences recently that I thought, well, you know what? Let's talk about them, because a lot of us over the last year or so have tried to sell something, and either it sits there for a really long time or it has to be reduced in price. Like, you lose money on a statue sale. Let's say that you paid $500 for a statue back in the day and you're having to sell it for a couple $100s. That didn't used to happen, whenever I first started collecting, but the market was so, oversaturated with product, and obviously people were wanting a deal. And so they would hold out, they would wait. A lot of people were desperate to sell, so they would cut their losses and sell for a cheaper price. And that's been pretty darn consistent over the last, 2 or 3 years. Definitely the hobby took a downturn. You could still say the hobby's in a downturn right now. And there's a lot of negative things that we could talk about, but I want to talk about a little bit of positive. So I've had a couple of items that I have for sale here on the channel. I've been selling some original art, and I've also been selling some statues. I still have a couple available. I've got Mr. Freeze still available. I've got the Batman, the Jokerized bat suit, the George Jimenez piece. A couple of those Prime 1 pieces that are still for sale, but some of my stuff has started to sell. And I am very optimistic because of two things that happened, okay? Where people were not spending the money, people were not buying before. I've had two big sales, okay? I've had two big sales in the last week or two, okay? One that sold was my Mask of the Phantasm original art piece. This was a piece that I was really happy to get in by Clay Mann. I love it. I still feel like it's the quintessential piece of Phantasm. However, I'm really into David Finch art, as you guys know. And so I wanted to spend my money on that and buy a new piece of art. And so I wanted to sell that Phantasm piece. Now, that piece was very expensive. It is a published interior splash page. If you have published art, it's very expensive, especially from the bigger artists. And so I had that listed for a while. It wasn't selling. It sold. I got back what I paid for it, which was $4,000. $4,000 I got back, and I was very happy about that because I was like, okay, I'm going to buy this Finch art. This will offset some of that cost, and that's great. And so I was like, wow, I can't believe it actually finally sold. About a week later, my Heath Ledger Joker bust sold. Again, another $4,000 piece. And I was dumbfounded because, again, that had sat there for, a month or so, being on sale. Nobody hit me up. Nobody really interested. And those are two giant purchases from two different people. I've also sold some other original art as of late as well. So what that is telling me and what that is showing me is I was kind of thinking, like, why is this stuff selling all the time? I've had a couple of other collectors hit me up and say, hey, Chris, congratulations. I can't believe you sold that. Nothing's been selling recently. But other people have been like, well, maybe I'll try now. Maybe I'll try to sell my stuff now, because what I think might be happening, and again, this is just my theory here, people are starting to realize in the hobby that stuff's not going to be coming in. Stuff is not going to be coming in from China, at least in the foreseeable future. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that actually changes. But I think what might be happening is people are starting to, instead of looking at pre-orders, they're starting to look, okay, what is available out there right now, at least here in the United States? What's here? what is out there in the United States that I could buy, that I could spend my money on, that I could still collect without having to worry about it coming from overseas. And I think that might be happening. I think people might be starting to be like, I still have that itch. I still want to buy, but at the same time, I'm going to be looking local. I'm going to be looking for that local statue. I'm going to be looking for that local deal. Now, some people still might want a really great deal. And if you're willing to wheel and deal, that's great. But I do feel like there might be an uptick on people being able to sell things right now, at least in the buy-sell trade. And again, I recommend our group, BSC, Buy, Sell, Trade, on YouTube. On Facebook. I'm here on YouTube. Sorry, it's still a little early. Maybe I need a little bit more caffeine from my iced caffeinated beverage. All right. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is I think that maybe this will be a good thing. Maybe it'll be a good thing, at least in the short term. Maybe this will be a good time to sell. So try it. If you're in the market, if you're looking for a good deal, if you're looking for that particular statue, maybe one that you always wanted, maybe now would be the time to get it. And then down the road, maybe you could sell it when you're wanting something new, when stuff does start coming back in from the overseas markets. But I was like, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe something good has happened out of the negative, right? So anyway, that's just my thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts. Have you had any luck selling recently? Or do you still feel like it's this black hole of doom? I would like to hear your thoughts. And let me know if you agree with me on this. Do you feel like maybe out of this tariff situation, maybe this is a good time to buy something here in the United States that you've always looked for, that you've always kind of wanted, but you never really got? You know, send some money another collector's way so they can get something new. You can get something new. It's a good thing, right? It connects all of this fun goodness together. So anyway, these are just the ramblings of the BSC this morning. I hope you, enjoy the content. And again, I've just been thinking about it the last couple of days that, maybe this is a good thing. So anyway, as I said at the beginning, cheers to each and every one of you. Delicious. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thanks for continuing to support this channel. You guys have really been watching the channel lately. I really appreciate that very, very much. And if you want to support one step further, consider hitting the join button down below. That does help us out tremendously here on the channel. So thank you very much for your continued support. I love you guys, and I hope you are enjoying collecting even in 2025 when there's ups and downs. Thank you for still being here and, just being part of all this. So anyway, I'll let you guys go. Have a great day. See you in the Batcave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today. And if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these two awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.